Okay guys, up, Stunders here. So, I actually went to the gym tonight, and then I did just a quick chest workout. Went for a short run, and then I was like, all right, let's do my pull-ups. Looked around, not one power rack was empty, and then I was like, okay, maybe one of the other, power towels or some bar somewhere within the massive gym would be available. They don't have their functional area anymore. I guess I was probably the only person who utilised that area. None of the other areas were essentially free. People were either using the cable crossovers. All the power racks were all in use. People were doing squats and just hanging with their mates pretty much. And I kind of got really pissed off. And I said, all right, let's go to the other gym. And I drove to the other gym, which was probably about 10 minutes away, just so I could do my pull-ups. I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm sick of it. Let's just go home. Started driving home and decided, look, I'm going to go to a car park and where I know which will be empty. I can utilize a light system, not light system, but just the lights from the car park itself, and just do some pull-ups on the bar, which you'll see, like literally these bars all behind me. Just along there, utilize those bars pretty much for my pull-ups. I must say though, I tried to, on my very final sort of shot, I was like thinking, oh, maybe I'll do just like a pull-up contraction so I can utilize it for my thumbnails, and then I ended up bloody putting a fucking tear. I haven't done a tear for almost 3 years, and something stupid like that I tore my hand on. So that's really annoying. Lucky it's only on my pinky. Must have built up some calluses from literally, the past couple of nights, or even just tonight. I'm hanging on weird ledges and stuff like that. It is quite rough, I'll be honest. And I probably shouldn't have rushed my jump. You'll notice with a lot of my jumps, I'll over jump so I can land my hand onto the ledge, so it kind of doesn't jam into the ledge and cause a tear. So I didn't do a video of me jumping up and tearing my hand. It was a photo. The worst thing is timing was perfect, but the angle of the photo was way off, so you could only see half my body. So I've just scrapped it, and I'll utilize one of the videos and turn it into a thumbnail of some sort. This looks pretty good, so I might utilize this like that. Anyways, so I think I did tonight was actually I didn't actually watch Ivan's video, but I was driving around, so it was going to take me about 20 minutes to get to the gym. So I literally listened to Ivan's newest video, and what he was talking about was actually totally amazing. Studying his own body, like, who does that? That's it's not cutting yourself up and stuff like it. It's running mini tests on yourself, essentially running mini examination, mini experiments on yourself, seeing what works, what doesn't work. Obviously doing things that aren't detrimental to your health, but things that are potentially going to excel you in whatever you decide to do. It's almost like, if you are super focused on learning your times tables, you're going to go through all these methods and discover what's going to work. You do a lot of trial and error. You put yourself almost through a bit of hell to determine what's the best way to do it. If you spend a whole 365 days trying to master, so each day trying to master your times tables, no doubt you're going to get it. So what Ivan has been doing essentially is doing squats every single day to master the squat itself, to master how to improve his overall strength without doing powerlifting style movements. This guy's doing ass to grass. He hasn't got wedge shoes when he does his squats. He's flat shoes. Perfect range of motion. It's funny that he's gone from poor range of motion to the best range of motion. He's been able to study himself in a way that he's able to fix his faults, essentially work out where his minor fault is. Was it his glutes? Was it his hands? Was it his calves? Was it little bits of elimination, and just massive learning curve for him. we, you know, himself and myself, we both got degrees. We're not dum-dums. You know, he's probably a bit more eager to learn than myself, which, you know, I take my hat off to him. I need to get into that mindset and just consider learning just a little bit more than I currently am, especially for my pull-up side of things. I think, you know, if I can just study you know, your insertion points for your muscles, you know, your lats, where is it connecting to, what sort of movement do I need to focus on, what other counter muscles, you know, helping, guiding my back muscle to get stronger. Is it just my back muscle I need to focus on? Is there anywhere within my core, my serratus, even my legs, you know, is what's going to improve and allow me to maximize my capabilities of reaching that 50 pull-ups in a row. And of course, my newest goal is essentially doing my front lever. I was listening to this clip today about front levers, and this bloke, essentially, I don't know his name, it was essentially on YouTube, and he's thrown a lot of physics into it, which is great because, you know, I never studied physics, but, you know, I get it. It's pivotal to our existence of structure and, you know, our cars, what we drive today, what we're flying, digging a hole, you know, all that type of stuff, super duper important, from physics into, you know, the front lever, looking at the angles of things, looking at, you know, your weights and the weight distribution. Oh, amazing. So that was really cool. I don't have technicality towards physics, so I just listening to him is just like, wow, you know, he could have been talking a whole pile of jargon. So I might, you know, look into a little tiny bit of physics, or have a few chat to a couple of my friends who are, you know, engineers and essentially nerds, who can just, you know, give me a bit of a dummy's guide to physics and how potentially I can utilize it to excel with my front lever. From what my understanding is, mastering my pull-ups is going to further excel my capabilities of reaching that front lever state. I noticed that when I was doing some front levers when I was fatigued, you'll see in the video what happens. But that's all for now. I should stop talking. I think my rant needs to stop because it's not going anywhere now. That's all. Peace.
All right. So I'm all by myself in this car park. Lighting looks good. It's making me look buff as anything, which is great. Got to be careful with these ledges. They're rough, man, and they're dirty. You know, they don't get cleaned, and they're outdoor in a car park, and, you know, could be bugs and spiders, which I'm landing my fingers on. Luckily, I had a little freak time. Had a moment to just jump up and grab it and just have a quick scope around to all the ledges, and they look pretty safe. So yeah, actually did a set of 15 before this one, which I thought I recorded, but obviously I didn't record. So you'll notice that I'm 15 short from my total when from the video itself. So this is me somewhat fresh, not super duper fresh or anything like that. Some fatigue because I've essentially done 30 pull-ups already, but just it felt really good. And I'm able to start picturing my front lever a lot more and more each time I do them. I feel as though I'm getting closer and closer to the point of being able to achieve front lever and holding it for, you know, 5 seconds or something like that. That's my goal, 5-second front lever. We'll see how we go and if I can achieve it. It's only been a few days since I've started doing front levers and focusing on them. I will do them essentially every day from now on. Yeah, this is actually where I slammed my finger into somewhere along there. It was quite rough, and I you know, tore my pinky finger, one of the calluses. And that's the reason why, guys, calluses are bad when you're doing ninja work, lifting in any way or manner. You should try and clean those calluses off, only because if it catches, or, you know, you get blisters and stuff like that, it'll tear. It'll just rip like crazy. Depending on how big your callus is, it's going to tear your callus, plus some super duper tender stuff underneath that callus itself. Whew, that's good. You notice, yeah, it's quite a big drop. I'm jumping relatively hard to grab the bar here. So yeah, it's a massive drop. Anyways, this is my final attempt trying to do a front lever. I don't know what I'm doing, like a air hump, because yeah, I'm just totally fatigued. I couldn't even get the hold in any way or manner. That's it. Peace, guys.